Hey everyone, I'm back with another Project Life Process video. This one is for week 22 and I'm using a bunch of ephemera from the High Five collection from We Are Memory Keepers this week. It has a bunch of blues and yellows and grays and greens in it, and it just like is very Northwest woods to me, and since I had this picture of the woods in my neighborhood, I just decided to use this stuff. So the first thing I did is I used a stamp on some old watercolor type aqua paper from Basic Gray, but anything would work here, and I think the stamp says In the Neighborhood, and then I just added this little tiny piece of ephemera that has the leaves, and it's just a really subtle accent. And then here I had a picture of the book I was studying out of, just because I wanted to put it in the studying stuff somewhere, and it had this really awkward space that I couldn't crop without like messing up the size of the book, so I ended up adding this piece of paper on top. It's the same blue watercolor paper, and then I added another ephemera that I just thought it looked nice here. It says remember today, and there's a part of me that's like, I don't want to remember today, I don't want to remember all the steps studying stuff, but I just added that and did some journaling there. And then I still have the picture of myself in the top left corner with the label, and so I think I picked the aqua one because that really went with the colors here, and just doing the regular stamp just like every other week. And then I found another small piece of ephemera from this stack. I think it is kind of, I'm not exactly sure what it is, what I would call that shape. It's interesting, so I just put it on there. And I think it's like a nice little touch without being too bold or crazy. There is a lot of really large ephemera here, and it's going to be, I think it is going to be a little bit difficult to incorporate some of those pieces into Project Life just because it's like a smaller scale. So originally I was going to use that kind of like nude colored paper, but I really just felt like the colors weren't going together, so I actually have the 6x6 paper pad too, and I pulled out this one paper that has all the colors, and it has a dot print on it that I really like. And then I wanted to use the flower ephemera, but it didn't. I think it would have looked better with something contrasting underneath it, and I just couldn't quite get it right, so that didn't end up on my layout, even though I think that's pretty and I'll use it somewhere else. But I decided I'm just going to make a little bar of the blue paper and do my stamp on that. But I think I kind of was a little indecisive in trying to make it work at first. So I just played around with it. I didn't want to cover up too much of the pattern because I really liked the pattern. And then I was also thinking maybe that other piece would go somewhere, but sometimes just simple is what I'm happy with, even though like I think there's a part of me that wants to use up all the supplies I have, but I also just like, you know, things that aren't too busy, so I end up just adding the stamp here. Nothing too interesting. You guys have seen this like probably like 21 times now in my videos, so it's kind of the same thing every single time. And then I just kind of cropped it a little bit and glued it right on the side. And then I took the other little piece of the leaf and added that to the side. I love that little leaf thing. I love the subtle little embellishments. And that's it for this layout. It's really different than a lot of the other ones because it does have that specific color scheme I stuck to and really like stuck to the stuff in the collection, and I love it. I definitely want to use this more in my Project Life album, but I'm a little disappointed I can't use it for more stuff in Portland because I just don't have that many pictures from Portland. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me for this video, and I'll see you in my next one soon.